Today I'm going to be making my copycat Olive Garden Zuppa soup. One of you lovies asked if I would show you how to make the soup, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to make my copycat version of Zuppa. The ingredients that you're going to need are very simple. You're going to need potatoes. I personally use red skin potatoes because I just like the flavor of them better, but Olive Garden obviously uses white, so it's whatever your preference is. You're going to need Italian sausage. My kids don't like it really spicy, so we use sweet Italian sausage, but they use hot Italian sausage, so whatever your preference is. You're going to need chicken broth. You're going to need heavy whipping cream. You're going to need either kale or spinach. My kids hate kale, so I put spinach in mine. Onion. I don't put onion in mine. I use onion flakes and onion powder instead of actually using chopped onion, but you can put chopped onion in it as well. A stick of butter, oregano, basil, garlic, and some thyme. So of course your first step is to pour some oil in a pan. And this is so that when you put the sausage in, because I get very lean sausage, it doesn't like stick to the pan and burn. So I just put a little bit of oil in, about a teaspoon, and then put your sausage of your choice, either hot or sweet, into the pan, and you're going to brown it until it is fully cooked. While that's taking place, you can be slicing your potatoes. And like I said, I used red skin potatoes, and you have to slice them like not paper thin, but pretty thin so that they cook quickly and evenly. I personally don't like big chunks of potato in my soup. I like the thin little slices, just like the Olive Garden does, and I leave the skins on just like Olive Garden does, so you get that nice consistency of potato. And when the sausage is done browning, then you're going to add your liquid, which I choose to use chicken broth because I like full flavor, but you could always use a couple cups of water, but I just prefer the chicken broth. After adding the chicken broth, you're going to add the potatoes. You're going to cook the potatoes until they're fully done, fork tender. You take a fork, you stick them in the pot. If they break apart, your potatoes are done. Once your potatoes are done, that's when you're going to add all of your end ingredients. If you're going to try to make this soup a little earlier in the day and serve it later, I would wait to do these last steps, because you don't want the butter and the cream to sit for long periods of time. But you can make the potato and the sausage and all that stuff earlier, and then just add this at the end when you reheat the soup. I add a cup of heavy whipping cream, a whole stick of butter, the oregano and basil, a full heaping teaspoon of minced garlic. I don't really measure that. I just, big old bit goes right in. The more garlic for us, the better. And then the very last thing you want to add is your spinach or your kale. If you're going to use fresh kale, make sure you clean it really good, because kale can be very gritty. It's grown in sand, so you got to clean it really good or you'll get like little gritty pieces in it. But if you're going to use spinach, most of the time spinach comes frozen, so it needs to be thawed. And of course you need to drain your spinach very good, otherwise your broth will turn bright green and it'll definitely change the flavor of the soup. You really need to drain your spinach well. Press it, put it in a towel, drain it really, really well. And you're just gonna stir and mix until it all comes together. Now to serve it up, just put big heaping spoonfuls in a nice bowl. Get yourself a nice crusty baguette. We're using Italian bread here. And slice you some up, butter it. I'm telling you, this is such a delicious soup. If you've had it at the Olive Garden, you already know this. It is very hearty, it is very thick, and for us, it's perfect for a dinner. We got the soup and the bread, and that's all we need, really. We don't usually serve the soup alongside other things. When there's leftovers, sometimes the next day we'll warm up smaller bowls and we'll serve it with sandwiches. But if we're just going to eat Zuppa, we get a nice crusty piece of bread or baguette, and we eat the bread and the soup, and I'm telling you, it's enough. That's all you need for dinner, especially with the cream and the butter and all that good stuff. The only thing that I do different sometimes, my kids are a little fussy about their vegetables, so when they don't want spinach in the soup, I always substitute the spinach with carrots and celery. They don't like the kale. Even at the Olive Garden, they pick it out of their soup and put it on their plate. They don't like it. It's bitter. I love kale, but if I'm going to make a big pot of soup, I'm going to make a pot of soup that everybody's going to eat. So you can even substitute kale and spinach for other things like celery or carrots or a handful of mixed vegetables. Or you don't have to put any kind of vegetable in it, but I really like some kind of vegetable in the soup. Otherwise, it's just like potato soup. So however you like it, it's your version. It's just a copycat version of the zuppa from the Olive Garden. And this is how I make mine, and I'm telling you, every time I make a pot, within a day or two, there's none left. We eat this up. It's delicious. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this showed you how to make it. It's super simple. It only, if you're gonna make it and serve it right away, it takes about 25 minutes to cook. The longest thing is just browning the sausage and making sure the potatoes done, because once the sausage is brown and the potatoes are cooked through, you just add the butter, the heavy whipping cream, the spinach or the kale, whatever it is that you're going to use, some seasonings and garlic. You stir it all up, let it simmer for 5 to 10 minutes, and it's ready to be bowled and soup's on. It's ready to eat. It's super, super quick soup. We love it. If you guys like these kinds of videos, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to Do What You Love, I hope you subscribe and become part of the Lovey family. We do all kinds of things here. I always say we because I feel like we are a family, but I guess it's really just me. I do cooking and happy planner and crafts and DIYs and all kinds of stuff. Please subscribe. You would make a lovely addition to the Lovey family. If you want to see more of my cooking videos and anything that I make for Hun What's for Dinner, just leave comments down below and I will definitely try to accommodate you, because I feel like our dinners are kind of on a cycle, you know, like in the month we eat meatloaf twice or we eat spaghetti twice or whatever it may be. So if you see it once, more than likely I'll be making it again within a couple weeks. And if you're interested to see how I make it, just leave me comments and I definitely will try to get that up. And for you guys, because you're my lovies and I want to accommodate you because I just love you guys. You guys are great. So I'm going to quit rambling. I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed day. Bye, lovies.